this asynchronous lesson. Today we are looking at this lesson, border crossing for an education. Yeah, so we head over here. So on our course page, we're in odd terms, we're in unit 4, we're in border crossing for an education. Yeah. So this is the folder, and before we start work, we've got a few things to do. So here we go. Our next lesson, this lesson, is a video about children in Mexico who every day go to school in the US. So they live in Mexico, but they go to school in the US. Yeah. So before we start listening, before we start watching, we should do this. How many countries does Turkey border? How many countries does the USA border, and what are they? Which country borders the most countries? How many countries does it border? Where is Puerto Palomas? And what does a drain on the system mean? Okay, so if you want to pause this video, do those questions. You don't have to reply here. You can just write your answers down on a piece of paper, and then resume, and we'll talk about this together. Okay? Okay, so how many countries then does Turkey border? Well, let's have a look. So we've got Bulgaria here, we've got Georgia here, Armenia, so that's 1, 2, 3. Syria is 4. Iraq, I think, is 5, and Iran is 6. Yeah. Oy. And we can ask Google. Eight countries. Oh, okay. So Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. Okay, right, and Azerbaijan. Iraq, Iran, Syria. Greece. Does it border Greece? Okay. All right. Okay. So there we go. So eight countries. 8 countries for Turkey. Let's have a look about the USA. Same spelling mistake. How many countries, how many states border? Okay, so that's not what we want. Which country? Shares a land border with 2 nations. Okay, with Canada and with Mexico. Okay, so which country borders the most countries? Interesting question. I think it's Russia. 14. What are they? Azerbaijan, Belarus, China, Estonia, Finland, Georgia. Borders Georgia. Wow. Kazakhstan, North Korea, Latvia, Lithuania, Mongolia, Norway, Poland, and Ukraine. And shares a maritime border. Okay, so a sea border with Japan, Sweden, and Turkey. Wow. Of course, the Black Sea, now that Crimea has been claimed by Russia. Oh, okay, all right. Where is this place? Well, let's have a look on a map. Sounds very Spanish. Come on, slowly, slowly. Okay, so it's in Mexico. And this line here, so we've got United States and Mexico, so it's right on the border. Yeah, so this is the United States and this is Mexico. So it's a city, it's a Mexican city, maybe it's not even as big as a city. A small town, 5,000 people. Yeah, so just 5,000 people. It borders the village of Columbus, New Mexico. So this is the state of New Mexico in the United States. Okay, so this is America. This is Mexico. This is a small town, 5,000 people. Right, okay. And what does a drain on the system mean? What does a drain on the system mean? It means taking things away unnecessarily. A drainage, it's not a drainage, no. A drain on something. It means to take things away, kind of unnecessarily. To continually use a lot of the time. Yeah, so here's a good example. The war was an enormous drain on the country's resources. So a drain on something, and here we have a drain on the system. Okay, so it could be anything here. To use a lot of something. Right, okay, so that's our pre-lesson lead-in done. Now, where's our booklet? So the booklet is here. We're using version 37 of the booklet. Okay, if you're using a different version, your page number might be slightly different. But in version 37, we're on page 49. We're going to watch the video and we're going to match the person with their photo with their opinion. Okay, so Mark Reschel. Join him to his picture. This is not Mark, obviously. So join him to his picture. I don't know if this is Mark. And then join the picture to the opinion. Yeah. So we've got Mark Reschel, Arnie Duncan, Sonia, Octavio's mother. So we can do some prediction here, yeah? So it's not him, it's not him, it's not him. That's probably Octavio. It might be her, and it's not him, okay? And it's probably her. Harvey Moore, a school superintendent. Do any of these look like a school superintendent? I think these two do. Ken Riley, Octavio. Okay, so if Sonia is Octavio's mother, I'm guessing this is Sonia. Octavio, I'm guessing this is Octavio. Okay, it's the only young child here. Martha Rodriguez, a hotel owner. Okay, so we know it's a woman, yeah? So match them to their picture and then match the picture to their opinion. I agree with the policy. I think children should be allowed to go to the US for education. We don't know. I disagree with the policy. I think children should not be allowed. Okay, so let's watch the video. So a 7-minute video. Okay, so we're not going to watch the video together. You're going to go to the same website and you're going to watch this video. And then when you've done that, you're going to come back and we're going to check our answers. Okay, so go off, watch the video, 7 minutes, and do, where's it gone? Do this exercise. Okay, come back and we'll check. Right, okay, so Mark Reschel. So Mark Reschel is... Mark Reschel is this guy. This guy is Mark Reschel. He agrees with the policy. Arnie Duncan is this guy. He agrees with the policy. Sonia obviously agrees with the policy. She thinks it's a good idea. Harvey Moore is this woman here. She agrees with the policy. Ken is this guy here, and he strongly disagrees with the policy. Yeah. Octavio, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know about Octavio. And Martha Rodriguez is this woman here, and she agrees with the policy. Yeah. Let me just double check that. Let me make sure I've got that correct. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, right. So now watch the video again. Take some notes. You can use a blank piece of paper. Yeah, and there'll be questions that we need to answer afterwards. Okay, so watch the video again. Write down some notes, and then we've got some questions after the video to watch. So go ahead, watch the video, take some notes, and then try to answer these questions. Do that, come back, and we'll check these answers together. Okay. Okay, so why is Octavio different from the average American second grader? He's different because every day he crosses the border from Mexico to the US to go to school. Yeah, every day he crosses the border. Why can't Octavio's mother enter the school? She's not American. She doesn't have a visa. Yeah? Why do women cross the border to give birth? Okay, so not all women, but women in this town of Puerto Pollensa. Yeah, so why do the women in this town of Puerto Pollensa cross the border? They cross because it's the closest hospital. Yeah, and sometimes the local hospital on the Mexican side doesn't actually have a doctor. So how are the two cities connected? Martha, the hotel owner, told us this. Yeah, they're connected by families, by trade, they're connected by commerce. Yeah? How many pupils does Columbus Elementary have? That's 570. What percentage cross the border every day? So look at that, about 75% of the whole school is Mexican and comes from Mexico every day for their education and then goes home at the end of the day. Harvey Moore's argument, what are her arguments? Very simple. Educators educate. Teachers teach. Yeah? Irrespective of where they're from. What are some of the arguments against? Yeah, it's like a drain on the system. It's a fair argument. It's taxpayers' money. It's American taxpayers' money. American parents have to pay to send their children to different schools, so why should children of Mexican parents get a free education? So that's one of the arguments. Yeah. What agreement was made in 2010? The USA would give the Mexican hospital more money and staff, and the US hospital would only accept emergency cases. Yeah. What's your opinion? Do you think children living in Mexico should be able to go to the US and receive education free of charge? Well, that's for you to answer. As for me, yeah, I think Mexican children should be able to go to the US and receive education free of charge. And this isn't just about Mexican children in the US. This is about Syrian children in Turkey. It's about refugees in England. It's about people who are disadvantaged, being able to get a better start in life. through just basic human decency. Yes, okay, it costs money to educate these Mexican children, but if you look at how much money a lot of Western countries spend on the military, or how much they waste in bureaucracy, we're talking a tiny, tiny, tiny amount to educate children. And surely, in my opinion, there's no better, you can't spend money better than educating children, irrespective of where they're from. Yeah? So that's my opinion. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. You can leave a comment down below. Yeah? Right, so this is about Mexican children crossing the border into the US, but of course there are parallels. Yes, we can look at the problem in Syria and those people coming to Turkey. We can look at the problem of African refugees trying to make their way to Spain and to Italy. So a lot of parallels that we can relate to with this. Right, so I think we're almost done with this lesson. Is there a dictation? I don't think there is. Close that. Like I say, if you agree, if you disagree with my opinion, you can leave a comment down below. Lesson, and goodbye for now.